Okay, let's look at a even better way to restore a configuration file. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have a configuration file on my router. I've just done a show run command. I'm in privileged exec mode, and you can see here that I have my configuration file, right? Okay, well, what I want to do is I'm going to copy this file. So I'll just copy all the text from the terminal, and I'm going to start copying it from hostname, where I've changed the hostname of the router, to dans-r1. So I'll just do that copy, right? And now I want to find a text editor, right? So let's see if they have a text editor that we can use. There's a text editor that we can use right here, and I'll just do File, or right click and paste, and then I've just pasted my configuration into a text editor in Packet Tracer. It's a virtual text editor here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change where it says banner in the message of the day. I'm going to change the characters to make them correct, as if I was issuing the command. Okay, so I'll change that back to 2 pound signs. And then under my Ethernet configuration, I'm preparing this to recover from a text file my my configuration. So with my Ethernet, what I'll do is after speed auto, I'll say no shutdown. Okay, I'm going to put in the no shutdown command into the text file. And then on my serial interface, which I've configured, you can see it here because it's got a description on it. It's got the IP address configured. I'm also going to type here no shutdown. So I've got no shutdown on the Ethernet, no shutdown on the serial. That looks good. Okay, up at the top it has host name. And if I wanted to, I could actually put extra configurations right in here if I wanted to. If I wanted to change, let's say, the password here of line console 0 from Cisco to, let's say, let's call it password. I don't recommend this. I'm just saying password. The name is, we'll call it Cisco Pass. How about that? Okay, so password is Cisco Pass. So I've just changed that, and I'll change this one too. All right. And if I wanted to, I could put in more commands, that kind of thing. All right, I'll save this, and I'll call it Dan's config 2. All right, so I've saved that file. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. All right, copy it, and I'm going to open up Notepad on my computer and paste it right into Notepad. All right, and you can see it's in there. All right, and the reason for this is this virtual text editor in Packet Tracer, it has formatting or markup in the text, and it doesn't allow you to copy the text cleanly and paste it into the router. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to paste it right into the router. So I'm going to highlight all of this again and do a Control-C to copy. And now, from the router, let's connect to our router. And what we'll do is we'll erase the startup config. So our configuration file will be erased, and then we'll reload the router. All right, so we're reloading the router, and we should be met with a router with no configuration. Okay, I'll hit no for the system configuration dialog wizard. Hit return to enter, and you can see that the host name for the router name has changed from Dan's router to just back to router, the default, and there's no password, right? If I type enable and do a show run, the configuration is gone, right? Configuration's gone. So what I'll do is I'll do a configure terminal, and then what I'll do is I'll just paste my configuration right into the terminal, and you can see it pastes right into the global config mode terminal, and you can see as it's pasted in directly, as soon as, this is pretty cool, as soon as it was pasted in, you could see that the serial interface changed to up automatically, and the Ethernet interface changed to up as soon as it was pasted in. Why? Because I actually put in my text editor the no shutdown text, so that it pastes in just like as if I was pasting in as if I was entering the commands. So as soon as it's put in, everything goes up, and all I have to do now is do a copy run tab, running config to sta tab startup config, and now I've recovered my configuration file from a text file back into the router. And of course this is done virtually through Packet Tracer, but you can do the same thing on an actual router through PuTTY or Hyperterminal or something like that.